The Peas of Happiness is a Japanese folktale. It is not very well known in Japan. Once there lived a poor mother and her child. The child was about 10 years old and had long been ill, always lying in a small bed by the window. The mother had lost her husband several years before, and afterward she survived on the little money she earned by helping in other people's kitchens and cleaning shops. With that, she paid the rent for their tiny room, bought medicine for her child, and managed to get food. The child watched as his mother went out every day at the same hour and came back at about the same time, utterly worn out. He wanted to get well soon and lighten his mother's burden. He wished that he, too, could work and somehow make life a little easier, and he felt sorry for being sick. One day the mother came home carrying a small bundle. Smiling broadly, she showed the crumpled package to her child and said, "Look, today I helped peel vegetables in the kitchen of a rich lady's house. It seems they're having some big gathering, and I peeled such a great many vegetables. Look, my hands are all swollen because of it. But thanks to that, I was able to bring home all these peas still in their pods." Inside the bundle were shiny, plump pea pods, so many that they nearly overflowed. For the two of them, it had truly been a very long time since they had had so many vegetables. The mother was happy that she could give her child so many vegetables to eat, and the child was happy that he would be able to share a delicious meal with his mother. As the mother talked about the splendid rich house where she had worked that day, she pulled the strings from the pea pods. The child listened to her story and watched her hands at work, gazing happily at the lovely green peas, like little jewels, as they were dropped one after another into the colander. Then, in the excitement of her story, the mother made a broad gesture with her hand, and one pea pod suddenly popped open, scattering its peas. Mother and child were startled, but there were still plenty of pea pods left, and when they remembered the way it had burst open, it seemed so funny that the two of them burst out laughing and went back to their work. That day's meal was nothing more than boiled peas with salt and a thin pea soup, but to the two of them it tasted so delicious that they felt as if they had not eaten such a meal in ages, and they were very happy. The next day, the child put a hand on the window to look outside and suddenly noticed a tiny green pea. "Mother, look, one of the peas from that time is here." Hearing this, the mother thought, if it will comfort the child even a little, so she put some soil into a small teacup and planted the pea in it. The child treasured it. Every day he watered it and set it in the sunlight, talking to it about all sorts of things and looking forward to seeing it grow. Before long, the little pea in the small teacup finally sprouted, and though it received only a little sunlight, it still grew steadily. The mother changed the container several times as it grew, seeing how much it delighted her child. She herself began to look forward each day to watching the pea plant grow. And the pea plant grew well, putting out tendrils and stretching higher and higher. It blossomed with pretty little flowers, delighting the two of them, and at last it produced several small pods. Those pods grew full, and in the end they became once again a meal for the mother and child. The end.